Let's move to the second method of 4 effective methods for reaching and having spiritual conversations with secular people. The next one here is culture.
Next one down. This side, then you go. See a picture of this.
Now that you've seen this video, I want to ask you what food and what country is represented here. This is something called doubles. And in this particular country, it's called Trini doubles. And I was there teaching a class and decided that I wanted to experience the kind of food that they ate before I started teaching my class. And it was amazing the bridge that created between me and the students to know that I took an interest in experiencing their culture. No matter how broken any culture is, whatever country it is in the world, people are proud of their heritage. They're proud of their roots. And this is something that we can really make a great connection with. What about this? If you were to try this, how would you describe the taste? Some people said it would taste like rubber or tar. And as you look at this, what country does it represent? This could be England or Australia. And I'm told that they put this on the roof of the mouth of babies so that they get an acquired taste for it. But I've actually come to like it because I've learned that you don't spread it on very thick. You put a thin layer on, and if you have that with avocados or tomatoes, it's absolutely delicious. At least I think so. I want to share another experience related to culture. We were visiting the beach in St. Joseph, Michigan, while I was teaching at Andrews University. And our boys began playing with a girl that was next to them that was around their age. And eventually my wife commented to the mother, wow, our kids really play well together. And she responded back, yeah, it's amazing. They're having such a great time. I noticed an accent, and so I decided to join in the conversation. Where are you guys from? The answer was Chicago. Now, I made an assumption at that moment that it would be okay to ask where they were from before Chicago, because in Chicago, there's a very large population of Polish individuals. In fact, it's the second largest population outside of Warsaw. And indeed, that's where they were from. And it ended up being a great connection because I have a good friend who's from Poland, and I could talk about food and names and some different similarities that we could connect on. Well, when we were ready to leave, we ended up exchanging phone numbers, contact information, my wife and her. Why? Because of the kids. The culture was also a great connection, but our kids played so well together. Almost a year later, the beginning of the next summer, we were driving home and my wife got a call. And here it was, the same lady from the beach calling and saying, hey, we're in town. Let's get together. We invited them to our home for a meal, and they came over. She came with her husband, with her daughter, and we had a wonderful time connecting in our home together. It started because we connected through culture and also the relationship with our kids. What's the biblical basis? Therefore, the one whom you worship, without knowing, him I proclaim to you. Paul in the city of Athens was looking for a way to connect culturally with those he wanted to communicate the gospel to.